It is the Riot. It's been a minute since Spoken has stopped in to visit us, and here they is. Hi, Spoken.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Alive and well. Hey, was the last time we were here when the barn burned? Do you remember that?
What?
Do you remember that? We were late getting here. Actually, we didn't make it here.
Wait, because there was traffic because there was a barn on fire.
On fire. We watched.
That makes more sense.
All right. I was trying to tell them about it a couple days ago, and I don't know if they believed me, but we sat and watched a barn burn to the ground.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And I called and like, hey,
Because it sounds like not a real excuse when you're just saying the barn is burning.
I know.
But
Wow.
Most of our excuses don't sound real.
I just want you to know that when I got in here this morning, I told Nikki they're not coming. Like, they're going to be here about 30 minutes after the show is over.
That's why we drove last night all the way to Polaris Mall.
Okay. Would you guys sleep in the parking lot?
It was a dark parking lot and
cold.
It was pretty cold, but
at least it wasn't a barn.
I wasn't going to be late today. I was not. Like, it's been a long time since we've been here. I'm like, new chapter. Let's be.
It's a new showing.
On time.
Well, in fairness, even if you had been late, we'd have let you in.
We still would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean,
guys, we ended a while ago.
But
welcome. Grab a cup of coffee.
Yes.
We would have teased you about it, but it would have been just fine.
Hey, listen, don't underestimate the power of a good cup of coffee.
It tastes really good.
Okay.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, you know what that is? I have a friend of mine not far from here who he roasts his own coffee.
Love it.
And we get our coffee from him. So, Jeff,
Thank you,
Spoken likes
Jeff.
your coffee.
Really good.
Just letting you know. So, Matt, why don't you tell us, you got new guys with you. Let's meet some people.
Yeah, well, this is JR.
Hi, JR.
Hi, JR.
Hello.
JR, we have a guy who is our night show host named JR. Wow.
But do you do JR? Because he does JAY.
Oh, it's just JNR.
You're doing that, yeah.
It's for Junior. Okay. It's for Junior.
Oh, is it?
But it's not. It means nothing.
Shut up, Matt. Shut up, Matt.
Yeah, JR is in Spoken. Behind me, Dylan and Jared, they're in a band called Between Forever from Massachusetts. And so they're filling in on guitar and drums on this trip.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, hey, guys, thanks for filling in.
So are you guys playing as your band as well, and then you play with Spoken too, or are you just filling in for Spoken?
Not tonight,
just
but
not tonight?
coming up. Yeah, they're going to do a few shows.
Cool. Well, it's nice to meet everybody.
So, JR, how did you get unlucky enough to end up with this guy?
I met Matt back in 2011, I think. Right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Matt's like, I don't know, some dude, whatever.
He's like, I don't know. I don't care. No,
He was young. He was very young.
Yeah, I think I was like 16 or something, but we met then, and then I played with Spoken in like 2014, filling in kind of thing, and then filled in for a couple of years over time, and then I was just like, let's just make it official, man.
Yeah, it was.
Just put a ring on it, you know? Let's do it.
That's not what
Is it
was.
Facebook official?
Let's get band married
He
here.
made it seem like it was his idea after. He's like, you know what? Let's just, Matt, why don't I just play?
Are you going to bring up the wisdom teeth? Is that what's happening right now?
Okay, I will bring up the wisdom teeth.
Man.
Let me say this. He filled
Do you
in.
see how it just all comes out once you get in front of the
for a while,
microphones?
okay? He filled in off and on. He was in different bands. And then he decided he was not going to tour anymore. Felt like God was calling him to do something else.
Okay.
So I'm like, wait, he left the road? What's going on? And so I kept up with him for like 6 months, checking in, like, hey, what's going on? He's like, well, I just did training for this job. I'm like, whoa, wait, you're going to like work a job? Like, no, I don't know, man. I mean, and I did say, I was like, it doesn't matter if you ever tour with Spoken again or whatever, you need to be on the road.
Sure.
Like I said that over and over, right? 3 different times I straight up was like, dude, you can do these other projects that you're working on. You can do your job. You can just whatever, just come out with Spoken. Well, you know, and 3 different times I did. I'm like, why don't you just come on? And then this one evening, he had his wisdom teeth cut out of his head. And
Come on.
I get a text message from him.
Oh, here it is.
Here it comes, dude.
Here
This
it
is
is.
Here it
It's
comes.
when,
This
it's
is
when the
it.
truth comes out, isn't it?
This is what
No,
happened.
you cut a bunch out, though.
Well, there's a lot to cut
Because
out.
I ended up filling in for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I said
at
you
some
filled in
point.
off and on. I did.
And then
But he would never be like, okay, let's do this.
Never
I'm going to join the band.
Sure.
Let's write a record together. Let's whatever. And
so
I get a text message the evening of him being on heavy medication because he's like, hey man, I've just really been thinking about it and praying about it, and I really feel like if you'll have me, that I'm serious. And I'm reading it. I'm like,
what is
no
this?
way. And he was like, I really feel if you'll have me, I would love to be a part of Spoken. And I just put "you're high," and I didn't respond, nothing else, because I'm like, he's literally like loopy. He has no clue where he's even at right now. And the next day, we actually talked on the phone. He's like, no, I'm serious, whatever.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I may have joined this band under the influence, but
it was the worst timing on his part ever.
But it was real. Like, you weren't just
He's
for
still
the medicine.
Here. I mean, for now,
It just took ripping 4 teeth out of my head to be like, I want to be in that band.
Some of us need more pushing than others.
You know what? It might be that those teeth were what were holding you back. You realize that, don't you?
They really don't give you wisdom.
That's what was holding you back, and now you're ready.
I feel like there's a whole sermon around that.
I know. This could go real deep.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a minute. We'll come back. We'll talk to Spoken some more. You can say what's up. Text us 8772 Radio U.
You can join us on Facebook if you want to watch and say hello. You just go to Radio U or Radio U Riot on Facebook. And then, of course, we'll talk the free show that you guys have tonight. So if you're in Radio U Ohio from Mount Vernon, they've got details on that show.
All right. Spoken, this is not the end. It is the riot.